Vision.
Forbidden Desert is a co-op game for 2 to 5 players, where a team of adventurers has crashed into the desert while searching for the lost city and its legendary flying machine. The only way to survive is to excavate the city, find and assemble the parts of the flying machine, and escape before the water runs out or the desert swallows you up. If the players locate the 4 parts needed and return to the landing pad to assemble the ship and escape the desert, they win. However, the team loses if one of the players' water supply runs below 0, if you run out of sand markers, or if the storm meter reaches the top. Shuffle the desert tiles and place them one at a time face down with all the backs facing the same way, in a 5x5 grid with an empty space in the middle. The empty space represents the sandstorm. Then place 8 sand markers on the tiles in a diamond shape with the lighter side up, no X, and the rest of the sand markers near the board. Shuffle the equipment deck blue and the storm deck red near the board with room for discard piles. Assemble the storm meter, placing a marker on the desired level of difficulty for your team and place near the storm deck. Shuffle the 6 adventurer cards and deal 1 to each player, and have them click the water marker to the highest setting on each one and read the name and special ability aloud. Each player places their matching pawn on the helicopter crash tile to start. Starting with the first player, each player takes up to 4 actions, then draws the storm cards of doom according to the storm meter. Player actions can be any combination of the following. Move. Move your pawn to an adjacent tile, not diagonally, or from one tunnel tile to another. Players cannot move on, through, or from a blocked tile, a tile that has 2 or more sand markers on it. Remove sand. Remove a sand marker from an adjacent tile, or the tile you are on for 1 action, and place it back in the supply. Excavate. If your pawn is on the desert side of a tile with no sand markers, you may flip it over. Immediately resolve the tile depending on the symbols revealed. Pick up a part. For 1 action, you can pick up a part of the flying machine as long as you and it are on an unblocked excavated tile. At any point, players on the same tile may exchange equipment cards or share water by lowering one player's water meter and raising the other player's water meter by the same amount. This does not cost actions. After using actions, current player draws a number of storm cards according to the storm meter. Each card should be resolved 1 at a time. Winds blow. These cards show how the sand shifts, each card displaying a number of tiles and the direction they move towards the storm's center, the space with the missing tile. The tiles that move get a sand marker, light-colored ones if there is no sand, dark-colored for any additional sand to show the tile is blocked. If 2 or more sand markers are on a tile with a pawn, that pawn cannot move and has to dig itself out or be dug out by spending actions to remove sand. Storm picks up. Move the storm meter up 1 tick. This changes the number of cards drawn on future turns. If the meter reaches skull and crossbones, all is lost. Sun beats down. All players lose 1 water on their cards unless a player is protected by a tunnel or a solar shield. After the storm cards are resolved, the next player continues until either the players escape or are lost in the desert. During play, different tiles and symbols are revealed. Water. 3 of the desert tiles have a water symbol in the bottom right corner. 2 of these may have water when excavated, the 3rd is a mirage. When one of these is excavated and reveals a well with a water symbol, all players currently on that tile receive 2 water to add to their cards. Gear. 12 tiles when excavated have a gear symbol in the bottom right corner. The person who excavates this tile may immediately draw 1 equipment card, which they can save for later. Tunnels. 3 tiles have the tunnel symbol on them. This allows players to move from one tunnel tile to another, just like moving to an adjacent tile. Tiles must be excavated and cannot have 2 or more sand markers. Tunnel tiles also shelter players on them from the effects of sun beats down cards. Part location clues. There are 2 part location clues for each of the 4 missing parts, with a specific part symbol in the corner. One indicates which row, with left-right arrows, the other which column, with up-down arrows. When the second tile for specific part is excavated, place that part on the tile where the 2 intersect. This part remains with the tile it is placed on, even when sand is added or storms move the tile. It can be picked up from the tile as long as the tile has been excavated and is not buried. Launchpad. The tile with the striped border and the ship depicted on it indicates where the body of the flying machine rests. All parts must be found and all players must reach this destination to win the game. It cannot be buried with 2 or more sand markers when the final player arrives and must be cleared for the win. The key to the game is the adventurer cards and how you work together as a team. The archaeologist can remove 2 sand markers from any single tile for 1 action. The climber can move to or through through sand block tiles. He can also take one player with him. Players on his tile are not buried and can move. The explorer can move, remove sand, and may use dune blasters diagonally. The meteorologist may spend actions to draw fewer storm cards, one card per action at the end of her turn. She may also choose to spend one action to look at the top of the storm cards, equal to the storm level, and may place one at the bottom of the deck. The navigator may move another player up to 3 unblocked tiles per action, including tunnels. She can move the explorer diagonally and can move the climber through blocked tiles. The climber can still carry another player who moved this way. The water carrier can gain 2 water from already excavated wells for 1 action. She may also give water to players on an adjacent tile for free at any time. Rules to remember during play. All players must survive in order to win. Water is scarce and there are only 2 wells. Sand piles up quick, so be vigilant. Players cannot enter or cross the empty space indicating the storm. Players cannot enter, pass through, or leave a space buried under 2 or more sand markers. Equipment cards can be played at any time and do not cost an action. When in doubt, card text trumps basic rules. Good luck playing Forbidden Desert with your team, and don't forget to check out our one sheet in the link below. Thanks for watching Games in 5.